Okay. So just getting into, the second part of life, like, was so hard. So I think kind of switching it up was necessary for me, like having a new scene, like a new setting, just something to be kind of looking forward to, like getting a new house ready to go and um, being, closer to kind of, I don't want to say the bar scene, but just closer to civilization. Like they have Oklahoma has a lot of outdoor, concepts and just cool hangout spots and just where people are, where young professionals are. This neighborhood is more of a young professional instead of like full of families, which I was in at the beginning, which was so fun to have kids playing in your yard looking for frogs. But when they're not your kids, you're kind of like,
get out of my yard.
dang, I don't have kids. Like, dang, I'm not married or anything. So I was like, yeah, this is just a better overall situation for me. So
yeah. Talk about that second part of life. I feel like nobody really talks about that.
mm-hmm.
The challenges that you faced.
Yeah, you want to go there? You want to be straight up?
Yeah, let's just be straight up. This is the part I love about you. That's why we connect.
Yeah, no, and like my closest people know about this, and then I kind of like not really hinted at some of it, but I was a little bit transparent about just struggling in general. But it was it actually like kind of all made sense when it was the decade challenge, when everyone was posting all their pictures from the last decade and what their 10 years looked like. And my first year of that 10 years was 2010, and I was signing my letter of intent to go play at OU. So it was like the beginning of like just the ride of my life. And I went straight from there to college, which was playing at a D1 and playing at specifically OU, like at the height of where we're in the championships all the time and we're winning a lot. That was just go, 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 go. And you just were kind of on a high the whole time. My whole 4 years, I felt like with the record and things like that, it was just a constant adrenaline rush. And then after college, getting drafted, to go play pro, and then you go do that. And that's a whole nother experience. And you do 4 years of that. And so leading up to 2020, it was just, my life was nonstop, fast paced, traveling, doing things that I've never done before, kind of always like a new experience happening that I just had to kind of fall into and be ready to go and figure it out on my way. And so when I retired and it was coming up to like just 10 years, and there was a lot of pressure for me, I think, on the year 2020. Like for a lot of us, 2020 was just like a big moment, like a big year. And with obviously tabbed like 2020 Olympics, but just 2020 in general, we were all working towards this year. And then having retired and then not having something really, really exciting, you know what I mean? Like something really exciting to like jump into. I didn't have that next adrenaline rush. And so I kind of figured out a way to like temporarily fix the adrenaline rush. I went to Vegas. I went skydiving. I through retirement parties and was nonstop like going here and doing this trip, like just to keep myself busy, because I felt like I was like antsy, like I needed to do something to make this make sense, because it wasn't an easy decision. And so after all the parties stopped and after, the travel stopped and I was at home kind of relaxing, I like had the worst panic attack. I mean, I've had panic attacks, but I could feel myself kind of breaking a little bit. Like this is like right after I had a panel, a girls panel in Oklahoma City, Legends in the Making. And that was another really exciting adrenaline rush. And I remember after that stopped, I like was driving and I had a panic attack, had to pull over on the side of the road. And I was like, called my mom. She didn't answer. I called my mentor. She didn't answer. I called another friend, finally got somebody on the phone to just talk me through this. And I was like, at that moment, I had been struggling for, I would say like a month with weird feelings and thoughts and just not good, like not what I'm normally used to. And so I finally went and saw a doctor and talked to somebody about what I'm feeling. And I'd had a therapist, but I thought I needed a little bit more help, honestly, in this situation. And so I like desperately went to a doctor and she was able to help me out. And help me find different ways to deal with this. And it's been helpful. It's just been a huge adjustment, like not being in softball. And thankfully I'm able to stay in it, to a really large extent. And I don't know how people do it where they just stop and go somewhere else. That's got to be 100 times harder. So I don't know. It's just been, I'm on the other side of it, but it was a terrible fall. Let's just say that it was not good.